Nigerian constitution is not a village minute book which anyone can just wake up and change at will. The process of constitution review should be handled with utmost care, else our constitution be rendered valueless. With those words of former Senate President Ken Nnamani, I heartily welcome you to the best 30 minutes on television as far as the Nigerian nation is concerned. The Polity brings you a weekly analytical and retrospective package of major events which shaped and which has continued to shape the Nigerian socio-political landscape. On this edition of the program, we have on our lineup a number of interesting issues which will not only refresh your memory of them, but of course takes you deeper for the purpose of clarity and interpretation. The Independent National Electoral Commission finally declared Eriake Dixon of the PDP winner of the Bayelsa governorship polls and subsequently sworn him into office. But the leading opposition party, the Action Congress of Nigeria, says INEC is a joker threatening to drag the electoral umpire to court. And after weeks of serving in an acting capacity, the National Assembly finally confirmed the appointment of Mr. Ibrahim Lamode as the substantive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Also last week, political and other leaders of thought converged on Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, for the nation's newspaper's legislative summit.
The Polity.
President Goodluck Jonathan is seeking to take a loan facility worth $7.9 billion for some pipeline projects in Nigeria. Mr. President had since asked the Senate to approve his action to borrow the money from the World Bank for the execution of what he called pipeline projects already at various stages of completion. In a two-page letter to the Senate President, Senator David Mark, Jonathan said he intends to spread the loan over a period of 3 years at $2.4 billion each year. He said the loan will be sourced from the World Bank, African Development Bank and Islamic Bank, Exim Bank of China and Indian Line Credit, while the pipeline projects are part of the external borrowing plan medium term for 2012. Thanks for joining us again this week on The Polity, reaching you from Television Continental here in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. Our business on this program is to bring you a package of landmark events and issues which have and which continue to shape the Nigerian socio-political landscape. On this week's edition, we shall be taking a look at the debate stirred by a recent judgment of the Supreme Court, which knocked out a petition by Mohammed Goni of the People's Democratic Party against Kazim Shettima.
The Polity.
And still on the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the Apex Court has ordered the removal of the governor of Kebbi State, Mr. Usman Dakingari, from office. Dakingari was elected on the platform of the ruling People's Democratic Party. The court also directed that fresh elections should hold in the northern state. It said the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is talking about INEC, must conduct the new polls within 90 days, which is 3 months.
In the Polity.
Now, away from that, an investigative officer with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Malam Ibrahim Ahmed, told a federal high court in Abuja that the former Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Mr. Dimeji Bankole,